Hello everyone, I would like to welcome you to the third section of this course, and the topic we'll be considering today is data visualization. Over the last two sections, I walked you through the definition of what data science is and how a project moves from a business problem to a working model. So today, the focus is going to be on how to turn number into something that human being can understand easily. For instance, now, a spreadsheet that has tons of columns and rows can contain a brilliant insight, but it can completely hide that particular insight. But with right charts, can unlock that particular or that same insight in 2 seconds. That's the power of data visualization. Therefore, data visualization is not a decoration, but it is a translation. At the end of this course, you'll be able to understand the principle of data visualization, create basic visualization to represent distribution, utilize different tools for data visualization. Now, without wasting much of our time, let's jump right in. We have 5 principles of data visualization. The first one is clarity. The second one is accuracy. The third one is efficiency. The fourth one is aesthetics, while the last one is context. Now, let me explain each of the principles one by one. Now, if we are talking about clarity, clarity is the foundation of data visualization. Visuals should be straightforward in such a way that it should be able to contain the message to the viewers or audience without any form of confusion. And to maintain this, you have to choose appropriate chart selection for the data type, clear labels, legend and scales, readable font and size, avoiding overload. Let me move to the third principle, which is accuracy. Now, what do we mean by accuracy? Visuals should represent the data it represents. Now, with accuracy, it is even good not to have a chart than having a beautiful chart that misleads people. Now, how do we maintain this accuracy? We can use proper scaling, avoiding misleading visual, consistent intervals across the data, transparent methodology. Now, let's move to the third principle, efficiency. With efficiency, you focus on the key messages, minimalism, concise label, and interactive elements. If you are talking about efficiency, your visuals should be able to communicate the information quickly without any unnecessary delay. Aesthetics. Now, with aesthetics, it makes visual engaging in terms of clarity and accuracy. So, how do we make our visual aesthetically okay? We use strategic and accessible color use, consistent design, readable topography, logical layout and composition. The last one, which is the context. Now, context simply means turning raw data into a story that means something. Now, with context, you make use of descriptive title, subtitle, annotation on key points, cited sources, and a clear narrative structure. Now, let's now go practical now. Visualizing data distribution. Now, understanding the pattern and spread of your data is essential for spotting structure, checking anomalies, and choosing the right statistical approach. Now, these are the tools or the charts that are normally used for data distribution. The first one is histogram. We have box plot, density plot, scatter plot, and bar chart. Now, let me give you a brief explanation of the use of histogram. Histogram divides a continuous variable into bin and plots frequency, revealing shape and spread. Box plot. Box plot summarizes a distribution through median, quarter, and whisker. For example, when you want to compare a salary distribution across departments, you can make use of box plot, density plot. With density plot is mostly used for smoothing distribution using kernel density estimation. Scatter plot. With scatter plot, you are plotting two continuous variables together to reveal correlation, trend, relationship, and outliers. While the last chart, which is bar chart. Bar chart is mostly used for comparing categorical data. You can group data using bar chart. Now, let's talk about the tools for data visualization. The first one is Excel. Excel is the most common data visualization tools that is common around. Then the number two is Tableau. With Tableau, you make use of interactive dashboard and large data set. Another one is Matplotlib or Seaborn. With Seaborn, you make use of customizable Python-based plotting. The second to the last is Power BI. Power BI simply means Power Business Intelligence, and it is mostly used by Microsoft Integrated Power BI Reporting. And the last one is D3.js, which is D3 JavaScript. That one is fully customized, interactive web visuals. Now, in conclusion, I'll be able to walk you through the 5 principles of data visualization, distribution chart, visualization tools. Under 5 principles, we'll talk about clarity, accuracy, efficiency, and aesthetics and context. When it comes to distribution chart, we talk about 5 major charts: histogram, box plot, density plot, scatter plot, and bar chart. While the last one, we talk about visualization tools ranging from Excel to Power BI and so on and so forth. Before the conclusion of my session today, I would like to make self-assessment about what I've taught you so far, to be able to know if you really understood what you've been taught. Now, the first question is, which tools is known for interactive and complex visualization? That's the first question. The second question is, what is a plot box primarily used for? While the last question is, what's the main advantage of using D3.js? We've come to the conclusion of this session. I will see you in the next session. Thank you.